Have you ever felt that invisible forces are working against you? That your life is surrounded by inexplicable difficulties, as if something is trying to bring you down? Today, we are going to uncover the mysteries behind these attacks and reveal the signs that indicate if you are chosen for something greater. In this video, you will discover how to identify the signs of spiritual attacks and understand if you are being prepared for a special purpose. We will explore the most common symptoms of these attacks, share strategies to protect yourself, and offer practical guidance to strengthen your spiritual energy. If you have ever experienced situations where everything suddenly seems to go wrong, or if you constantly feel drained, this video is for you. Imagine knowing exactly how to protect yourself and transform these adversities into forces that drive your life forward. By watching until the end, you will not only recognize these signs clearly, but also learn how to turn this negative energy into a powerful source of personal growth. Are you ready to discover if you are chosen and how this can change your life? Have you ever wondered why certain challenges seem to follow you incessantly? Have you ever felt when we talk about spiritual attacks, we are referring to negative influences that affect our energy, emotions, and even our physical health? These attacks can come from various sources, such as negative energies, spiritual entities, or even from other people who consciously or unconsciously send us negative thoughts or vibrations. The concept of spiritual attacks is present in many traditions and cultures, each with its own interpretations and methods of defense. Spiritual attacks can manifest in various forms in our daily lives. One of the most common examples is the constant feeling of fatigue and exhaustion, even after a good night's sleep. Many people report persistent feelings of anxiety, fear, or sadness without an apparent cause. Additionally, it is common to face a series of obstacles and difficulties that seem to arise out of nowhere, as if there were an invisible force trying to hinder your progress. Another frequent sign is the presence of nightmares or sleep disturbances, where the person feels haunted by threatening figures or situations. Health problems that arise suddenly and without medical explanation can also be indicative of spiritual attacks. These issues may include headaches, recurring illnesses, or even a feeling of heaviness and oppression in the body. Recognizing the signs of spiritual attacks is crucial for taking measures to protect and restore energetic balance. Often people attribute these symptoms to purely physical or psychological causes, ignoring the spiritual dimension. By identifying that these signs may have a spiritual origin, you empower yourself to seek more comprehensive and effective solutions. Furthermore, understanding that you are under spiritual attack can bring a sense of relief as you realize that you are not alone and that there are ways of protection and healing. Knowing how to recognize these signs also allows you to take preventive measures, strengthening your spirituality and creating barriers against future negative influences. The importance of recognizing these signs goes beyond personal protection. Often these attacks can be an indication that you are on a significant path, that you are being prepared for a greater purpose. Identifying and understanding these signs can be the first step toward a journey of self-discovery and spiritual empowerment. Finally, by sharing this knowledge with others, you can help those around you to also protect themselves and understand their own spiritual experiences. Often, community and mutual support are essential for overcoming spiritual challenges. Recognizing and naming these attacks is the first step toward building an environment of support and collective spiritual growth. Understanding what spiritual attacks are, how they manifest, and the importance of recognizing them not only protects you, but also gives you the tools to turn these challenges into opportunities for growth and personal empowerment. By equipping yourself with this knowledge, you are preparing to face and overcome any spiritual adversity that may arise in your path. Spiritual attacks can manifest in various forms, and being attentive to these signs is essential to recognize when we are under negative influence. Among the most common signs are a constant feeling of tiredness and exhaustion, even without apparent reasons. Another frequent sign is the occurrence of nightmares or sleep disturbances, where the person may feel threatened or pursued during dreams. Additionally, many people experience a series of setbacks and inexplicable obstacles, as if something were constantly making their life difficult. Other signs include persistent feelings of anxiety, fear, or sadness without a clear cause, and the perception of a negative presence around you. Unexplained physical disturbances, such as headaches, body aches, or recurring illnesses, can also be indicative of spiritual attacks. Relationship problems, frequent misunderstandings, and a sense of isolation are other signs to watch out for. Spiritual attacks can deeply impact our emotions, body, and mind. Emotionally, you may feel overwhelming sadness, hopelessness, or constant irritability. These feelings can arise suddenly and without apparent reason, leaving you confused and overwhelmed. Physically, signs may include extreme fatigue, unexplained pains, insomnia, or frequent nightmares. You may feel pressure or heaviness in the body, as if carrying an invisible burden. These symptoms can be persistent, resisting conventional treatments and affecting your quality of life. Mentally, spiritual attacks can cause confusion, difficulty concentrating, and a sense of disorientation. Negative thoughts may become more frequent, leading to a cycle of self-sabotage and doubt. It is common to feel like your mind is clouded or overwhelmed by thoughts of fear and worry. These signs, although uncomfortable and challenging, can be indicative that you are on a greater spiritual journey. Often, spiritual attacks occur when you are about to make a significant breakthrough in your spiritual life. They can be seen as tests or trials that, when overcome, strengthen your faith and resilience. In the Bible, we find several stories that illustrate this dynamic. One of the most emblematic is the story of Job. Job was a righteous and God-fearing man, but he was subjected to intense spiritual and physical attacks. He lost his children, his wealth, and his health, yet he remained faithful. The attacks Job endured were a test of his faith and spiritual integrity. Despite his suffering, he remained faithful to God, and in the end, he was greatly rewarded for his perseverance. Job 1:42. This story teaches us that often spiritual attacks can be a preparation for a greater purpose. They test our faith, our strength, and our determination. By facing these challenges with faith and courage, we become stronger and closer to God. Like Job, we can emerge from these trials with a renewed faith and a deeper understanding of our spiritual purpose. Recognizing that these signs may be part of a larger spiritual journey helps us to face them with a different perspective. Instead of feeling defeated, we can see these challenges as opportunities for growth and spiritual strengthening. Knowing that God is with us every step of the way, we can trust that these attacks are temporary and that, by persevering, we will achieve a significant spiritual reward. In summary, being attentive to the signs of spiritual attacks and understanding their emotional, physical, and mental impact is crucial. These signs not only indicate the need for protection and healing, but can also reveal that you are on an important spiritual path. Like Job, by facing these challenges with faith, you can find a greater purpose and a deeper connection with your spirituality. Have you ever wondered if there's a greater purpose for your life? In a spiritual context, being chosen means being selected by God to fulfill a special mission, something that transcends worldly concerns and touches the heart of the divine plan. But how do you know if you're chosen? Being chosen implies receiving a burden of responsibilities and often facing spiritual challenges that test your faith and resilience. This calling can manifest in various ways, such as a strong intuition, a burning desire to help others, or intense spiritual experiences that deeply move you. Have you heard of Moses? He is a classic example of someone chosen by God for a great mission. Moses was called to free the Israelites from slavery in Egypt, a monumental task that came with great challenges and miracles. Initially, he felt inadequate and fearful, but his faith and obedience to God empowered him to fulfill his purpose. And if we look at the life of Paul, an apostle who initially persecuted Christians, we see another powerful transformation. After a vision of Christ, Paul dedicated his life to spreading the gospel, facing persecution and adversity with courage and determination. Even in modern times, we can see examples of people who seem to have been chosen for a greater purpose. Martin Luther King Jr., with his tireless struggle for civil rights, was guided by a vision of equality and justice, facing enormous challenges and dangers. Mother Teresa, with her compassionate work for the poor and sick, felt a divine calling to serve the most needy. What do all these figures have in common? They heard the call, faced great challenges, and profoundly impacted the world around them. Have you ever thought about the responsibilities that come with a spiritual calling? Being chosen is not just an honor, but also a great responsibility. It's an invitation to live a life of service, compassion, and unwavering faith. The chosen ones often face intense trials, but these experiences shape their character and deepen their connection with God. These trials are opportunities to demonstrate faith, resilience, and love for others. And what are the benefits? You may wonder, why is it worth facing such challenges? The reward of being chosen goes beyond what we can imagine. There is a profound sense of purpose and fulfillment that comes with knowing you are fulfilling divine will. Additionally, the chosen ones often experience inner peace and joy that transcend adverse circumstances. They become sources of inspiration and hope for others, lighting the way with their actions and words. Are you ready to embrace your calling? Being chosen means living with purpose, knowing that each challenge is an opportunity to grow and serve. It's a path that requires courage, but is rewarded with a life rich in meaning and impact. The question now is, are you hearing the call? Are you prepared to accept the responsibilities and challenges that come with being chosen? Being chosen in a spiritual context is a journey that involves great responsibilities, but also brings immense benefits. Through the stories of inspiring figures, we can see that the chosen ones are those who, despite the challenges, live with a greater purpose, inspiring and transforming the world around them. By recognizing and accepting this calling, you too can discover a life filled with meaning and deep spiritual connection. Have you ever wondered how to protect yourself against spiritual attacks? There are several practices that can help strengthen your spiritual defense and keep negative energies at bay. One of the most powerful methods is prayer. Prayer is a direct line to God, allowing you to ask for protection, strength, and wisdom. Praying regularly, especially at the beginning and end of the day, can create a spiritual barrier around you, protecting you from negative influences. Meditation is another effective practice. Through meditation, you can connect with your divine essence, calm your mind, and balance your energies. Visualize a white and pure light enveloping your body, shielding you from any negativity. Spiritual rituals such as burning incense or using sea salt are also widely used. These rituals can cleanse the environment of negative energies and create a sacred space around you. How can you strengthen your personal and spiritual energy to resist spiritual attacks? Maintaining a consistent spiritual practice is crucial. Reading the Bible daily and reflecting on its passages can provide guidance and strengthen your faith. Additionally, participating in worship services and prayer groups offers a spiritual support network that can be extremely beneficial. Maintaining physical health is also vital. Regular exercise, balanced nutrition, and adequate rest help keep your body and spirit in balance. Practices like spiritual fasting can deepen your connection with God and purify your body and soul. Another form of strengthening is through service to others. Helping those in need not only elevates your energy, but also attracts blessings and divine protection. What practical tools can you use in your daily life to protect yourself against spiritual attacks? Keeping sacred objects in your home, such as crucifixes, Bibles, and images of saints, can create an atmosphere of protection. These items serve as constant reminders of the divine presence in your life. Holy water is another powerful tool. Sprinkling holy water in your home and over yourself can purify and protect against negative energies. Another accessible tool is spiritual music. Listening to hymns and praise songs can uplift your spirit and create an environment of peace and protection. Additionally, affirming positive and biblical phrases daily strengthens your mind and spirit. Affirmations like, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want," Psalm 23, can reinforce your faith and cultivate a mindset of protection and trust. To further protect yourself, keep a spiritual journal. Writing down your thoughts, prayers, and spiritual experiences helps you reflect and notice patterns in your life. This can reveal moments when you are more vulnerable and in need of spiritual reinforcement. Keeping a journal also serves as a record of your spiritual journey, allowing you to see your growth and the ways God has been working in your life. Protecting yourself against spiritual attacks is essential for maintaining our faith and well-being intact. Implementing protection methods, strengthening our spiritual energy, and using practical tools are essential steps to defend ourselves against these negative influences. Now, let's further inspire ourselves by exploring real stories of people who have faced and overcome spiritual attacks. These experiences not only illustrate the effectiveness of the practices we've discussed, but also demonstrate how faith and perseverance can transform lives. Let's hear some powerful testimonies and understand how these individuals found strength and hope in their spiritual journeys. Have you heard stories of people who have faced and overcome spiritual attacks? These stories are inspiring and demonstrate the strength of faith and perseverance. Let's start with the story of Anna, a woman who faced a series of seemingly inexplicable difficulties. Anna began to feel deep exhaustion, accompanied by disturbing nightmares and a constant sense of fear. Despite seeking medical help, no explanation was found for her symptoms. That's when she decided to seek spiritual guidance. Anna began to pray fervently and participate in prayer groups at her church. Over time, she felt a significant change in her life. The nightmares decreased, her energy returned, and the feeling of fear was replaced by inner peace. Anna believes it was her faith in God and divine protection that helped her overcome these spiritual attacks. These experiences of overcoming spiritual attacks not only alleviate immediate symptoms, but also bring about a profound transformation in people's lives. Anna, for example, found a renewed purpose in her life. She began to help other people facing similar problems, sharing her story and offering spiritual support. This sense of mission gave new meaning to her life and further strengthened her faith. Another inspiring story is that of Carlos, who faced a series of financial and professional difficulties. Feeling demotivated and hopeless, he sought help from his religious community. Through collective prayer and spiritual advice, Carlos began to see positive changes. He landed a new job and found financial stability. More importantly, he discovered a new perspective on life, based on faith and gratitude. The adversities Carlos faced strengthened his connection with God and motivated him to help others on their spiritual journey. Have you ever experienced something similar? Have you faced challenges that seemed impossible to overcome, but found strength and hope in faith? We want to hear your story. Share in the comments your experiences with spiritual attacks and how you overcame them. Your testimony can be a source of inspiration and support for others who are facing similar situations. By sharing your story, you not only celebrate your own journey of overcoming, but also contribute to building a community of support and faith. Together, we can learn from each other and strengthen our spiritual connection. Perhaps your experience is exactly what someone needs to hear to find hope and strength in their own challenges. So, don't hesitate to leave your comment below. Tell us how you identified and overcame spiritual attacks in your life. How have these experiences shaped you? What advice would you give to someone facing a similar situation? Your voice is important and can make a significant difference in the lives of others. Sharing stories of overcoming spiritual attacks demonstrates the power of faith and resilience. These experiences not only transform the lives of those who experience them, but also inspire and motivate others. By inviting the audience to share their own stories, we create a supportive community where everyone can grow together spiritually. Let's unite and celebrate our journeys of faith and overcoming. Throughout this video, we've explored the complex and fascinating topic of spiritual attacks and how they can affect our lives. We began by defining what spiritual attacks are, identifying common signs that may indicate their presence, and discussing the importance of recognizing these signs. We also addressed what it means to be chosen in a spiritual context, sharing stories of inspiring figures who faced and overcame significant challenges. Then we discussed methods of spiritual protection, practices for personal strengthening, and practical tools for daily life. Finally, we heard real testimonies from people who overcame spiritual attacks and transformed their lives. Recognizing the signs of spiritual attacks is a crucial step in protecting yourself and strengthening your spirituality. Ignoring these signs can lead to a cycle of negativity and ongoing challenges. Taking action on these signs, whether through prayer, meditation, rituals, or other spiritual practices not only protects your energy, but also deepens your connection with God and your spiritual purpose. Remember that facing these challenges is an opportunity for growth and strengthening of faith. Now that you're more informed and prepared to deal with spiritual attacks, we want to continue this journey together. Subscribe to our channel for more videos that strengthen your faith and spirituality. If you enjoyed this content, please like the video and share it with friends and family who may benefit from this information. And please, leave your comment below. We want to hear your stories and experiences with spiritual attacks. Your participation not only enriches the community, but can also inspire and help others who are going through similar situations. We want to recommend that you discover an even deeper journey in our next spiritual adventure. We are about to explore the signs of a divine visit in your life. If you've ever wondered if God has visited you, this video appearing on your screen is for you. Stay tuned to discover the 12 revealing signs that may indicate a divine visit in your life. Just click on it and you'll be directed there. I'll be waiting for you there. May God's light continue to shine upon you, illuminating your path and guiding your steps. Until our next encounter, may your journey be blessed and filled with peace and love. Goodbye and God bless you.